Rachel Reid, sitting to my immediate left, is going to talk to us about the Kickstarter, which is about to wrap up. We got less than a week now, right?
Yeah, 7 days today, actually.
Yeah, and we're not even going to put this video out right away. So, Rachel, I was looking, you have your Kickstarter up.
Yeah.
As of this reading, you're at $12,312 pledged of a $10,000 goal. So congratulations on making your goal.
Thank you.
And we're bringing it home. Now, one of the things that I'm curious about is you started this with an expectation, right? That you'd probably sell about $10,000 worth of stuff. But then you introduced like a stretch goal. Right?
I did. Mm-hmm.
When did that come out?
Late last week, I believe. Yeah.
Didn't know there was going to be a quiz, did you?
Jeez, I was studying.
All right, hang on.
Late last week.
And what does that introduce into the Kickstarter?
There's a really big problem in the beauty industry, and there has been for years, where the shade ranges that are provided have been for one type of woman with one type of skin tone, and it's like they'll roll out like 8 variations of that tone. The reason I've been kind of talking about it so much is because, we are a smaller brand.
Right.
Certainly on a budget.
It's hard to have everything.
It's hard, and it's been something that I've kind of, struggled with a little bit, that we are only launching with 5 shades.
I had a feeling, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you sit there and you're like, a lot of entrepreneurs in particular struggle with this. Like, I won't have something for everyone, so I shouldn't launch yet.
Right. For sure. I mean, we were the same with vegan products. 3 out of the 5 products are vegan. We were working on the other 2 products. Right. They weren't right, while the original formulations were great that we'd come up with. Mm-hmm. So that was a tough decision too, to, put the last 2 products that aren't vegan yet, put them, launch them as is. They're beautiful formulations. They're just not vegan. I elected to put vegan products on the back burner in an effort to be able to provide this for women, by women makeup brand to more women. Yeah,
you've been very clear that the formulations are key. The formulations have to be your calling card. Mm-hmm. If people don't like what comes out of the container, and it is, I mean, it's a beautiful container. You've obviously put a lot of work into it. No, for real, have a look. And then this kind of comes off, right? I mean, it's every bit as small as promised. This down here, if I remember, was an applicator. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Hey, somebody did his homework.
See my little, this is my stack, by the way, your stack.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So you're not going to pass little, notebook paper notes to the buyers?
Well,
that seems like a reward level you should have done, right? But this is super cool, right? And I've got freakishly large hands, so I apologize for throwing you off. How about next to my phone, right? It's smallish, right? Yeah. This is tempting to just hang your hat on this, right? And just like, well, you know what? We're the people that just fit in the purse, right? But you, again, keep saying the formulations are key. The formulations are what make people come back. Because if it's cheap makeup inside, it doesn't matter how useful or cool the outside container is.
You need 2 shades. One shade you want to match to your regular complexion.
Yes.
This is for covering up blemishes or discoloration. You want to use a slightly lighter shade. It's not going to cover up your... I won't talk about it.
Nothing can cover it.
But you want a lighter shade under eye, mm-hmm. which women also use their concealer to create a brightening effect.
Okay.
Anyway, I had 2 concealer shades, and I ran out of my fair shade.
Yeah.
So I did pick up another...
Oh, busted.
Yeah. Another brand...
Mm-hmm.
And I used it,
mm-hmm.
and
the cupboard was bare. The cobbler's kids.
I was reminded, truly how good my formula is. Not to toot my own horn.
Nice save.
However,
nice save.
Turncoat. A couple of hours later, I found myself at the bathroom at work, and it was caking under my eye, and literally melting off my face. Yeah.
Do you know this lady?
Yeah.
This is a person you know?
Yeah, her name's Erica.
Erica?
Shout out for Erica. We'll tag her in this.
So anyway, I mean, you actually know this person. This was someone you chose to represent you in the sort of product demonstration photography phase.
Yeah, I found her on Instagram.
Is that real?
Yeah, for real. Last year. And sent her a message and was like, we're doing this photo shoot. And she was really into it. And so we had Erica and another model. Unfortunately, I changed the packaging 2 weeks after that photo shoot.
Is that why? Because I saw the lettering change, right? This lettering here.
Oh yeah, they can see that's the older.
The bottom
version.
one has the older one, and the top. I love the top one.
Oh yeah.
These are so much clearer in the photography.
You know how we actually made that decision? I posted a photo of this version in a Facebook group of over 10,000 women.
Yeah.
And I was like, blow it up, and they did.
No, the font is great.
Yeah.
The clarity is great, and you can see it from a further distance. And I'm going to tell you what my life is like without your glasses on.
Oh my gosh, I know. I do so many makeup tutorials now, and I have to take my glasses off, and I can't see anything.
Right.
And I say that because I'm like, I hope I'm doing okay.
Yeah, right. This is another thing I love, right?
Okay, that's my arm.
I saw the behind the scenes on this.
Yeah.
Now, when you came in here and you did the show, right, I didn't understand how you were going to do this, right? But you did some really cool behind the scenes Instagramming to show that this was a tape job, right? Yeah. So all of these bars are taped on your forearm, right? And then you put the colors in.
Yeah.
Now, settle this for me. How did you do the naming? Is that digital that you applied afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure. No, because you could have done it the other way too, which was with the spray on.
Oh, yeah, it's way too much. It's way too much effort.
You did a lot. Don't undersell what you already did, right? It was a really cool. I mean, again, I'm going to bring this up, in case you were wondering what the actual colors were going to look like. I love this bit because, again, you're asking people to trust you with something they've never been able to interact with in real life.
Yeah.
And if you were just going to sell to friends and family who could see it in person, then you wouldn't do a Kickstarter. You're asking people to make a leap of faith from a distance.
Absolutely.
And I thought this was really cool. And, for what it's worth, right, the concern you had about shades, the people that thought that their shade might not be in it, now don't leave disappointed. They know that their shade's not in it, and maybe it will be later, right? You're being clearer about what they're
Well, I didn't want to pretend what we launched with is okay by regular standards.
Right.
I think where it differs is that we are a small brand and we were very forthcoming about our limitations. What I think isn't okay is when large brands
Oh yeah, with all the money in the world?
Do act like it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really like, this is smart.
Can I tell you, I did those at in an open space, and I think it was just all men, and I'm sitting in the corner taping up my arm, and you can see they're watching from distance, what is she doing?
There's at least one of them going, dibs on the crazy one. Sorry, I can't believe you said that. That's a terrible thing you said.
It's not you.
I did. It was me, and it's still true, every last bit. One last piece of high five about how you did your visual presentations is this, right?
Oh yeah,
now,
cool.
Yeah, I know how these get constructed, right? So you started off with the individual, and then they kind of tilt and manipulate so it all looks great, because obviously, they are in fact subject to the laws of physics. But this makes the product more than the container, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be sitting inert on the container. It takes away the sense of action from it.
Yeah.
But this photo here, where they kind of fall into place and whatever, it gives it a dynamism that I was really impressed by. This was a really, really nicely done photo. What do you wish you would have done differently?
I think that I think a really big misconception with Kickstarter is I don't think people realize, and myself included, all the work needed in the lead up.
Yeah.
And so I was certainly doing work leading up to it, but I kind of thought most of the work would be done during the campaign, and it was certainly busy.
Oh, but yeah, you did project plan, and you know, like these images you probably wanted to have figured out before you went live.
Right. But I wish I would have maybe spent more time explaining what the product was and like getting our core audience, you know, like engaged. I think I kind of sprung it on people a little bit, like a week notice, and I think that you know, if I would have gone back, I would have created a little bit more lead up.
So I guess now would probably be a good time if you wanted to, I don't know, ask them to buy before the Kickstarter's over, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got them sitting here. I mean, if they're still sitting with us, I mean, there's a pretty good chance they're going to listen.
Yeah.
Pitch it, go. Come on, do it, go, hurry, now.
So I think that I'll say one thing. What?
Yeah. No, for real, hurry up.
So this is what I love most about this brand is that, you know, I'm building this brand for you, for the woman who is maybe watching this in between her like 10 freaking meetings today, or maybe has it playing in the car while she's waiting at the bus stop for her kids, you know, to grab the bus. This is for the women who are on the go, and quite frankly, as a fellow female on the go, there are no brands who are catering to me right now. These brands are telling me, you know what? We like our designs. We like our big giant palettes. How about you get up earlier in the morning and spend a little more time? How about...
I really wish we had explored that a little bit more deeply. No, because there's an ultimatum in that. Mm-hmm. You should live like we tell you to.
Yeah.
I just picked up on it now, but you had a friggin' month to give it to me before tonight.
Nuggets.
See
little
this?
Nuggets.
So a few days left. Make sure you check them out on Kickstarter. We link to it, you know, in all the various and sundry social media channels, as well as on the Rachel Reid episode page over there at pitchwerks.com/podcast. So check her out, a real go-getter, and honestly, like a legit useful product. Support Rachel Reid for me.